Greetings, everyone. This is your girl, LaSage. I am coming to you, yes, today with my hair off, with my vulnerable, in my vulnerable state, okay? Like, dry, brittle, real dry, right? And yes, I know it's dry. I've been wearing my wraps over my head, but I have been neglecting my hair. Yes, I'm considering relocking my hair. I had my hair locked and I'm considering relocking it. However, we do so much to cover up what we just don't want to deal with, what's tough to deal with, that we cover ourselves up. And when what's underneath could be so beautiful, but we don't give it a chance because we are too busy focusing on trying to cover up. Okay? And today is day 20 of my 28 days of self-love. And just as much, I've gone through this journey. I've gone back and forth with in and out of moments of loving myself and not feeling like I'm worthy of it, and in and out, because we are battling with the parts of us that are not us, the traumas and the experiences that have told us who we are, but we really are more than that. We are really more powerful than what our experiences and what the people around us and in our lives have taught us. We are much more powerful, but we don't allow our emotions, we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to show that power. Because when we do not show that power, when we do not allow ourselves to be vulnerable, people they cannot figure us out. They don't know who we are. We have these blocks up. They block people from feeling what we feel. While we feel like we're protecting ourselves, we are also doing ourselves a disservice. We're not protecting ourselves by covering up. We're in actuality disconnecting ourselves from the world. And our feelings and our pain and our joy and our love, all of that is what connects us as human beings, connects our spirits to the next person's spirit. It connects us all. My ability to cry because you cry, my ability to smile because you smile, even my ability to yawn because you yawn. It is amazing. It's an amazing feeling to feel connected with other beings. When you don't have to say any words, but you feel the connection because it's psychically, naturally there, because that is how perfect our universe is designed. It is designed that we are connected. It is designed in and through our connection. But when we forget that we're all connected, then we put those blockers up and we try to protect ourselves from our own selves. When we are each other's reflections of what we believe ourselves to be, what we know ourselves to be, and who we are. How we show up in this world is what we're reflecting in this world. It's what's coming back to us. And in that moment of opportunity where you see yourself reflected, or you have the opportunity to be vulnerable, when you have the opportunity to love someone, when show love, but your pride gets in the way. Or you're so worried about what they might think of you that you miss an important opportunity to show someone love. They might have needed that in that moment. And because you feared so much, you were afraid to show that person love. And what we fear, when we fear loss, that is what keeps us disconnected. Our fear of loss, the very thing that is going to connect us, is the very weapon we used against each other for our own protection. So we try not to love and we try not to do all these things, but in actuality, we're using that as we're using weapons against ourselves. The greatest weapon against suffering is love. It doesn't mean you're a martyr. It doesn't mean you tolerate being treated a certain way. It means that you love yourself enough to say, I deserve better. I deserve unconditional love. And you love that person enough to say, I love you. And I know that you deserve unconditional love. But I also know the only way that you can get unconditional love is if you believe that you deserve it. And I'm here to tell you that you deserve that love. You deserve unconditional love. But you have to first give it to yourself. You have to first show yourself that unconditional love. Show yourself that, look, I'm not trying to hide anymore from other people. I want to love you and accept you for who you are. That is what I desire to do. To love and be whole with you. You tell yourself this. And situations, life, things will show up in your life to allow you to be that thing that you wish to be. But you have to let yourself be vulnerable. Because once you allow yourself to be open, then you open yourself up to evolve. I know it seems better secrecy because we have people who do not accept themselves, and because they don't accept themselves, the ones who are vulnerable seem to be at the butt of, bullying and all of that. But there's a certain power. There's a different power when you know that you're being vulnerable versus when you're being vulnerable and you don't know how to move and don't know how to move in your vulnerability. There's power in knowing your expressions. There's power in knowing how you feel. There's power in knowing that a certain thing makes you feel a certain way. And when you see that a certain thing makes you feel a certain way, then you're able to explore those things and you're able to see a pattern of, wow, when I am experiencing this is how I feel. And it becomes more of an observation. And you allow yourself to move through those feelings. And you allow yourself to communicate those feelings honestly with others, because we're so afraid of loss that we don't even want to communicate our true feelings. When our true feeling is where the true healing lies. You can't heal from a wound that you don't even know is there. It's going to be steady right there. You steady, or you know it's there, but you're not paying attention to it. You just put a Band-Aid on it, i.e. this, you just put a Band-Aid on it and you cover it up. And hope that it'll go away. Hope that it'll just heal on its own. Hoping that time heals all wounds. Not realizing that deep within that wound, yeah, on the surface it might have healed. It might seem healed, but deep within that wound, a major artery was hit. Or something else was affected because of that scar. But it's gone untouched and unacknowledged for so long that it's hard for you to even see through it, for you to even see at the surface what's going on, because it's so deeply embedded. So it's up to you to have to allow the universal surgeons, the angels, the love and the guidance of the universe to rip that wound apart and go in and do surgery on your soul. Allow it. Allow it. There are so many, self-love, loving yourself, declaring that you love yourself and telling yourself that I love myself. Think about how that affects other people. Think about how when someone feels loved, they feel like they can do anything. The sky's the limit because they are loved. So why not give that love to yourself? And let yourself know that the sky is the limit and it is okay to be vulnerable. Did you know crying actually cleanses your soul? Crying literally allows you to create certain chemicals in your body that fight stress. It creates this chemical reaction in your body that literally cleanses you of toxins. Scientifically. Let's not even, we know that crying, if you are okay and not embarrassed about crying, that it makes you feel so much better after you cry. When you feel loved and supported after you cry, it's the best feeling in the world. But what happens when you're feeling alone? When you're feeling isolated, like no one is there for you? Consider if you are allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Consider if you are allowing what looks like strength to you to be an actual stumbling block in your life. Reconsider. Look at yourself. Look at all the places where you think you're being hard and you wish you had more support in those certain areas. Are you being vulnerable? Are you okay with it? Are you okay with being open? All right. Anyways, I love you. Peace. Deuces out. I'm about to go do something with this hair. Show my hair that I do love it. You know, just because I cut it off, and it don't mean that I had to, you know, neglect it and all that stuff. And so, anyways, we're gonna go show our hair that we love it. And I love you for who you are, because I see straight through you. And I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful day.